Hello and welcome to The Great Debate. I am your host, Chris Taylor. If you have never seen our show before, the rules are very simple. There are 3 rounds with 2 pairings of contestants, and the winners from the first and second round will be going on to debate in the third round for my favorite tiara and a chance to dance with me on stage right here. All the questions will be dance themed tonight because the PRSSA is hosting a dance away for cystic fibrosis, on November 8th. To my left, we have PRSSA member Tyler. How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. So this is the second annual dance away.
Dance-a-thon. Right, we lost one of our PRSSA members, and that was last year, 2 years ago. And in her memory and to raise awareness for the disease, we're holding a dance-a-thon on Friday, November 8th, and it's only $1. And you come and you dance and you have fun and there's food and we'll have a DJ and it's a great time. And you can really make a difference.
Well, that sounds great. And to my right, we have Max Schatz. How's it going, Max?
Hi, Chris. Great. How about yourself?
I'm doing really well. You are also a member of PRSSA.
I am.
Well, that's great. Is that in the Student Center? For the dance-a-thon?
No, it's in the rec center.
The rec center.
Yes.
Okay, great. Sounds
lots
really
of food,
great.
Lots of dancing. Lots of fun.
Awesome. Okay, so our first dance-themed question is Dance Moms versus Dancing with the Stars. Go right ahead.
I think clearly Dance Moms is superior because I think particularly in recent history, if you look at Dancing with the Stars, they're getting C-list celebrities at best. Dance Moms is able to stay consistently relevant. It is in your hometown. It's people you could know, and it's constantly relevant and interesting.
Well, here's what I would say about that, though. Dance moms are literally forcing their children, who are like precognitive, you could argue, to dance and to make and wear like these revealing costumes that people are saying like sexualize these children in America, and it gives us really a bad reputation. And these kids don't really have much of a choice to partake in these pageant shows.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the issue with that. Firstly, it's not necessarily a pageant. Secondly, I don't think you understand what precognitive means.
Okay.
And tertiarily...
Well, before you can really form coherent thoughts.
Okay.
So when you're 4 years old to 7 years old, I would say you're, in a sense, precognitive.
Well, regardless, if we're going to split hairs. But tertiarily, I think it's important to remember that these parents are not pushing these girls to overly sexualize themselves. These parents are pushing these girls into an art form. I think one of the things that's really important is that dance. If you look at ballet, if you look at...
But these kids aren't doing ballet, they're
doing jazz, they're doing pop, they're doing ballet. It's a combination, a fusion of 3 different styles.
But then why aren't they signing up for dance classes and doing like ballets and stuff like that? Why are they doing, like...
To learn an art, to practice an art form that is as old as humanity itself. Sure, in modern iterations, sure, it might have taken a more sexual turn, but these girls aren't crunking on stage. These girls are actual...
Have you seen the show before?
Yes, I have.
Some of them wear like very revealing outfits. And they're all made up in makeup, and some of the kids, like, what makes it so appealing is like they have these breakdowns where like, we don't want to do it anymore, but the moms are so in their face like, no, you have to do this.
The parents are pushing their children to succeed.
Debatable.
To study an art.
But do you think that winning and losing is that important at that age, or should it be more about like learning dance?
I mean, it is about learning dance. If you're talking
about, you're pushing them to succeed.
You are pushing them to succeed. You're pushing them to learn how to develop this talent and to use these skills for your life.
I don't think I've ever heard a more thought-out argument about dance moms.
I don't think I've ever thought more about dance moms, to be honest with you.
What about Dancing with the Stars? Has there been an interesting person on Dancing with the Stars in the past year?
Yeah, I can name a bunch.
Really?
Name 3.
Snooki.
Oh, super! Wow, relevant.
And if you don't think Snooki is interesting,
is a dance mom. It's a rare occurrence. She's a dance mom.
You hit 2 birds with 1 stone there. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
And then who looks like Frankenstein when he's dancing, let's be serious.
Does it? It's interesting.
He stomps around the stage like he's having some kind of fit.
Right.
And then so many football players. Deion Sanders has done it before.
I don't know who that is.
I could sit and talk about Dance Moms and Dancing with the Stars day in, day out, but I got to cut you off there.
Thank you, man.
I got to give it to Max with that one. I thought it was really well thought out. I didn't expect Dance Moms to get so serious.
Thank you. I mean, it strikes a personal note with me.
Is your mom a dance mom?
She might have been. Sandy is,
Sandy.
She's
Sandy
constantly
Schatz.
pushing me to succeed, yeah.
All right. Well,
Sandus.
Sandus?
Sandus.
Oh, okay. All right. The next question is school dances versus school lunches.
No brainer. School lunches for the win. 100%.
Uh-huh.
Eating is a necessity. If you don't eat, you die. So school lunches.
Some people would argue if you don't dance, you will also die.
I don't know any of those people.
I argue if you do eat the food supplied for a school lunch, you will die. That food is terrible. Highly subsidized by the government.
You know, some people
slop,
don't eat
mush.
at all except for their school lunches. That in some communities that are poor, like if they don't have their school lunches, they die.
I am completely aware
And
of
they
that.
don't
but I
eat
think
at
that-
all for the rest of the day.
But I think you're talking about
so
the
for you to
quality
say
of
that
the
they're
food.
what's
If you're talking
do you know
about-
the quality of their food?
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's the quality?
Yeah,
I would debate that.
that's what we're doing.
I know, but it's definitely not. Have you eaten school lunches?
Yes, I did.
And what was the experience like?
I thought it was pretty terrible across the board.
Domino's Pizza Day. Do you have that though? That was pretty dope.
We didn't have Domino's.
What did you
Some
have?
like local pizzeria. It was pretty terrible. It was basically sauce on cardboard.
It's
Pretty bad. But I think if you're talking about the importance for development, for long-term future goals, I think you definitely have to go to school dances. A school dance is that you're in
Max,
that
you're
grinding-
literally saying that dancing is more important than eating right
I'm
now.
not saying it's more important than eating. I'm saying
You
that
no,
in
I'm
the
pretty sure you
long
just said
term.
that.
I'm saying in the long term for life experience. If you're talking about what do you learn from
Eating
what do you learn
is
from
definitely something you should be
it's
experiencing
not an
in terms of
experience,
life.
it's a necessity, it's a postulate, it's a thing that exists. If you're talking about something that actually adds to the quality and experiences that you have in your life, I think you have to understand a school dance is this thing where everyone's kind of awkward and it teaches you how to socialize and teaches you how to
Sitting at a
interact
lunch
with
table
others.
isn't socializing?
I do think it's socialized, but we're not talking about the lunchroom. We're talking about actually eating the lunches, the school
All
No,
right.
I
lunches
think we're
themselves.
just talking about
This is a
school lunch in
really
general.
really heated debate. You gotta eat to live. You gotta dance to live. That's what I always say. I gotta give it to Tyler with school lunches on this one. You do need to eat to live. That is a fact. You can quote Tyler on that one. Our final tiebreaker question is cha-cha slide or the Cupid shuffle.
I have to go with the cha-cha slide on this one. I think that if you're talking about a classic, goes all the way back. It's a lot of fun. Everyone knows it. Cupid Shuffle, maybe not so much. You know, you got people who were kids in the 80s.
Well, the good thing
kids
about
in
the
90s.
Cupid Shuffle is everybody knows the Cupid Shuffle song, and it's so catchy.
Are you saying that the cha-cha slide isn't?
I
The
don't
the
know.
Cupid Shuffle is very, very repetitive. The cha-cha slide, while it also explains the dance to you like the Cupid Shuffle, so that pretty much anyone could learn it as you're doing it, it also changes. It has nuance to it. And I think that's
I would
really
argue
important.
that Cupid Shuffle has more nuance in terms of it being a new song.
I disagree in the sense that being nuancical, having changes and differentiation in what you do in each different layer of the song, in each different
It's
step
played
of the
out
song.
though. Cha-cha slide is way too played out. The Cupid Shuffle is like new. And
Played
people
out as
get-
classic. It's vintage. It has a.
I'm not arguing that it's vintage or classic, because it definitely is.
Look, all I'm
But
saying
the
is you play
Cupid
the
Shuffle
cha-cha
gets
slide.
more people on the
Look,
dance
all I'm saying
floor.
is if you play the cha-cha slide at a wedding, at a bar mitzvah.
If you do the
you know,
cha-cha slide right
Shlomi
now,
Abramowitz is
if
having
you
a bar
do the
mitzvah,
cha-cha slide
and
right
you
now,
play the
I
cha-cha
will
slide,
sacrifice my
everyone
win.
will get out on the dance floor and start dancing. Cupid Shuffle, everyone's kind of like, I don't know this, whatever. I have to say the cha-cha slide has had more impact on social gathering dances than.
I may
the
say
Cupid Shuffle by
I would
far.
agree it has more impact, but I wouldn't agree that
So
it's a
you,
more.
so you agree with me?
I would not agree that it's a more fun song to participate in, because the beat is so much catchier. It has a little bit more of a livelier, spicier element than the cha-cha slide, because the cha-cha slide, like you said, is such a classic song that people have done it so many times they're kind of burnt out from it. They hear the cha-cha slide come on, they're like, oh, that again.
So you'd rather do the exact same moves in the Cupid Shuffle over and over and over again than do something that's varied and different and has
Yeah.
a certain element of variety to it.
I don't think the Cupid Shuffle is the same move over and over again.
It's the same basic set of moves over and over again.
You could say the same for the cha-cha slide. Slide to the left, slide to the right. You're sliding the whole time. So either way, it's the same movement. It's just a matter of what you enjoy
it changes
listening
each
to.
verse.
So does the Cupid Shuffle.
I
All
don't
right,
believe that's true.
I'm gonna stop you. Max, you're one step closer to not only dancing with me on stage, but wearing this tiara.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Dude.
I would have loved to do the Cupid
Congrats.
Shuffle with you on stage, but
Dude,
that's not gonna happen.
I'll give you my number. You can hit me up anytime.
Uh,
I should probably leave
and
this
I
on.
will, and I absolutely will. Okay, we are going to go to a commercial break, but stay tuned.
Go to the Cystic
Round-
Fibrosis Dance-a-thon.
And
It's a lot
round
of fun.
2 is up next.